Tigil!
Hanggang dito na lang daw muna tayo. Pahinga muna.
Hindi na tama ang ginagawa nila sa atin to.
Ayos na pala sa ayos.
Ano ang ginawa nila sa mga Friday?
Hindi na tama ang ginagawa nila sa atin.
Magsiyo po kayo mga kasama. Alam nyo kung gaano kahirap ang naranasan natin sa pamumuno ng mga Espanyol. Tama na ang bilang ng mga naping mga Pilipino. Tama na ang bilang ng mga babaeng na abuso. Oras na para tayo naman ang lumaban. Oras na para ipagtanggol ang ating karapatan.
Ang Pilipinas ay para sa mga Pilipino. Ilang taon na rin tayo nagpapaalipin sa mga dayuhan. Oras na para ipaglaban ang ating mga karapatan. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas!
Mabuhay!
Mabuhay ang Pilipinas!
Mabuhay!
Lagi ninyong pakatandaan na ang kadahilanan ng ating pagbuwis ng buhay ay upang makamit ang matagal na nating minimithing kaliyan mula sa pagagustay at pagkaalipin. Kaya sa halip na malugmok, ipunin ang lahat ng inyong galit bilang gatong sa nag-aalab na puso. At ang sigwa ay may paghupa. Anumang kadiliman ay dadaigin ng mukhang liwayway. Dumating na ang araw ng tunay na anak ng bayan. Hinilin para sa kaliyan! Para sa kaliyan! Para sa kaliyan!
Pinatay, 3 pari, sedisyon.
Hindi na tama!
In 1887, the La Liga Filipina was formed by a number of younger Filipino patriots, chief among whom was Dr. Jose Rizal E. Mercado. He was born in 1861 at Calamba, Laguna, and even as a child, he was affected with sadness at the memory of the events of 1872, and with the backwards and unhappy condition of his countrymen. His work made him many enemies, and on his return to Manila, he found himself in danger and was obliged to leave. He returned again in 1893, and was immediately arrested and sentenced to deportation to Dapitan, Mindanao. There he remained quietly in the practice of his profession for some years.
One final request. Let me face the firing squad.
Imposible.
Then at least spare my head.
Farewell, my adored land, region of the sun caressed, pearl of the Orient Sea, our Eden lost. With gladness I give thee my life, sad and repressed, and were it more brilliant, more fresh and at its best, I would still give it to thee, for thine welfare at most. My idolized country, for whom I most gravely pine, dear Philippines, to my last goodbye, O hearken. There I leave all my parents, loves of mine. I'll go where there are no slaves, tyrants or hangmen, where fate does not kill and where God alone doth reign. Farewell, parents, brothers beloved by me, friends of my childhood in the home distressed. Give thanks that now I rest from the wearisome day. Farewell, sweet stranger, my friend, who brightened my way. Farewell to all I love. To die is to rest.
Is there a way I can find you? Is there a sign I should know? Is there a road I could follow?
Tiro de gracia.
Back home.
Bawat isa ay bibigyan ng papel. At yun ang magiging balota. Pakisulat ang pangalan at tiklubin ang papel. Aguinaldo. Bonifacio. Trias. Aguinaldo. At ang ating presidente sa pamalaang himagsikan ay si Emilio Aguinaldo. Mga Ginoo, ang ating Vice Presidente, Ginoong Mariano Trias, Ministro de la Interior, Ministro Andres Bonifacio, at marami pa tayong ihahalal na ministro.
Hindi ko po nais mang-insulto pero ang mahalaga bilang Ministro Interior ay may mataas na pinag-aralan at eksperto sa batas. Hindi po ba na hindi karapat-dapat si Don Andres Bonifacio? Kasi inaamin naman niya na wala siyang mataas na pinag-aralan. Ba't hindi natin ihalal si Jose del Rosario na tunay na mambabatas?
Sandali lang. Di ba't napag-usapan na natin kanina na ating tatanggapin ang sinumang na halal na pinuno ng pamahalaang himagsikan? Nang ako na ang nahalal na pinuno ng pinakamaliit na posisyon sa gabinete, ay magpoprotesta ka pa? Ha? Hayop ka! Ano ba gusto mo? Ha?
Mahal na Supremo, yun ay isang suhestyon lamang.
Wala akong pakialam! Tawan niya ako! Bilang pinuno ng halalang ito, dinidiktaran kong walang saysay at walang bisa ang halalang ito.
On the 10th of May, 1897, General Mariano Noriel handed Major Lazaro Macapagal a letter, and he advised the Major to go take the Bonifacio brothers to Mount Tala. The brothers were confused on where they will be brought. When they stopped by in Mount Buntis, near Mount Tala, Procopio asked the Major if what's in the letter. At first, Major Lazaro Macapagal hesitated.
Pwede ko bang matingnan ang sulat?
Di na pwede!
Mayor, sa katipunan walang tinatago.
Bakit? Gusto mong malaman?
Oo, gusto ko makita ang sulat.
But when he was getting annoyed,
Procopio, tama na!
he opened the letter and was shocked when he read the words citing that they will be executed through firing squad. At first, he doesn't want to believe in the order, but when he thought of facing an imminent danger from the higher ranks, he was forced to fire a shot, first to Procopio, then to Andres.
Don Pedro Paterno po ay naghihintay sa labas.
Lahat na naisin ninyo ay may bibigay sa inyo. Ang simbahan ay wala ng karapatan o pamamahala sa mga Pilipino. Lahat ng mga parokya ay may ibibigay lahat sa mga Pilipinong praile. Lahat ng mga lupa ay may bibigay sa inyo. Ikaw, kayo, mabibigyan ng karapatan upang mamahala sa ating gobyerno. At higit sa lahat, bibigyan kayo ng 50,000 piso.
The Pact of Biak na Bato, signed on December 14, 1897, created a truce between Spanish colonial Governor-General Fernando Primo de Rivera and the revolutionary leader Emilio Aguinaldo to end the Philippine Revolution. Aguinaldo and his fellow revolutionaries were given amnesty and monetary indemnity by the Spanish government, in return for which the revolutionary government would go into exile in Hong Kong. Aguinaldo had designs to use the money to purchase firearms and return to the archipelago. The pact was signed in San Miguel, Bulacan, in the house of Pablo Tecson, a Philippine revolutionary captain who served as Brigadier General of the Brigada del Pilar. On April 27, 1898, Dewey sailed out from China aboard the USS Olympia with orders to attack the Spanish at Manila Bay. He stopped at the mouth of the bay late night of April 30, and the following morning he gave the order to attack at first light. Within 6 hours, on May 1, he had sunk or captured the entire Spanish Pacific Fleet under Admiral Patricio Montojo y Pasarion, and silenced the shore batteries of Manila, with the loss of only 1 life on the American side. Dewey aided General Wesley Merritt in taking formal possession of Manila on August 13, 1898. In the early stages of the war, the Americans were greatly aided by the Filipino nationalists led by Emilio Aguinaldo, who had been attacking the Spanish by land as Dewey was attacking them by sea. Dewey and Aguinaldo at first enjoyed a cordial relationship, and Dewey wrote that the Filipinos were intelligent and well capable of self-government. In Hong Kong, Aguinaldo was told by the U.S. Consul, Brownsonville Wildman, that Dewey wanted him to return to the Philippines to resume the Filipino resistance. Arriving in Manila with 13 of his staff on May 19, aboard the American revenue cutter, Makulok, Aguinaldo reassumed command of the Filipino rebel forces.
In the town of Cavite Viejo, province of Cavite, this 12th day of June 1898, before me, Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista, War Councilor and Special Delegate designated to proclaim and solemnize this Declaration of Independence Day by the dictatorial government of the Philippines, pursuant to and by virtue of a decree issued by the egregious dictator Don Emilio Aguinaldo y Fami, and having as witness to the rectitude of our intentions the Supreme Judge of the universe, and under the protection of our powerful and humanitarian nation, the United States of America, we do hereby proclaim and declare solemnly in the name by authority of the people of these Philippine Islands that they are and have the right to be free and independent, and that have ceased to have allegiance to the crown of Spain, that all political ties between them should be completely severed and annulled, and that, like other free and independent states, they enjoy the full power to make war and peace, as foretold by Dr. Don Jose Rizal in his magnificent verses which he composed in his prison cell prior to his execution, liberating it from the yoke of Spanish domination. and in punishment for the impunity with which the government sanctioned the commission of abuses by its officials, and for the unjust execution of Rizal and others who were sacrificed in order to please the insatiable friars in their hydropical thirst for revenge against the extermination of all those who opposed their Machiavellian events, trampling upon the penal code of these islands. And lastly, it was results anonymously that this nation, already free and independent as of this day, must use the same flag which up to now is being used, whose design and color are found described in the attached drawing and white triangle signifying the colored, distinctive emblem of the famous society of the Katipunan, who solemnly swear to recognize and defend it unto the last drop of their blood.
The 1898 Treaty of Paris between Spain and the United States discussed the terms ending the Spain-US War. This peace ceded the Philippines to the United States for $20 million. The treaty is a tale of three cities: Manila, Washington, and Paris. On October 1, 1898, American and Spanish delegates opened discussions in Paris to end the Spanish-American War.
The United States have come not as invaders or conquerors, but as friends to protect the native in their homes, in their employment, and in their personal and religious rights. Moreover, the United States wanted to win the confidence, respect, and affection of the inhabitants of the Philippines by assuring them in every possible way the full measures of individual rights and liberties, which is the heritage of free people, and by proving to them that the mission of the United States is one of benevolent assimilation, substituting the mild way of justice and right for arbitrary rule.
Gising, gising. Gising, gising, gising.
Natatandaan ko pa ang mga araw, ang mga makasaysayang lugar, at ang mga taong uhaw sa kalayaan. Sina Rizal, Supremo, Don Emilio, at ang Kumbursa. At syempre, ako ang magiting na si Juan.
As part of the free trade, Filipinos became more dependent on American goods, while the U.S. helped the country by building roads, dams, bridges, and railroads. Gradually, it became fashionable to have American shoes and clothing, as well as other items over those which were manufactured locally. Naturally, this led to more economic problems. Perhaps most importantly, the weakening of the Filipino sense of economic nationalism.